Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This message and appeal is for President Erdogan of Turkey. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. First of all, I apologize for approaching you in this public manner, but the situation in North Gaza does not permit the luxury of time. I hope this message will reach you, inshallah, and I urge all those who see this to forward it to others and also ask them to share it with others and ask them to send it on. Mr. President, you above all heads of state, Muslim and non-Muslim, have raised your voice in the past at the injustices suffered by the people of Palestine. We know that Turkiyye, by discontinuing export of various materials and products to Israel, has sacrificed many billions of dollars in lost trade. And that as president of a large country with a large population, you have responsibilities to your nation and population. Here we have sought to demonstrate, we have petitioned, we have marched and boycotted banks and boycotted stores and boycotted producers of goods that support the genocide state, and emailed and petitioned our MPs, our Prime Minister and our Foreign Secretary, and continue to make dua for Gaza. Yet the situation continues to become worse than ever. There is a voice raised against injustice by people around the world, of all political persuasions and faiths and none. In fact, in London, there are as many non-Muslims on the demonstrations and on the marches as there are Muslims, highlighting that this is an issue of seeking justice against injustice and not an issue of faith. This is further highlighted by a strong contingent of Jewish people joining the marches who deplore what is happening in Israel. Public opinion, Mr. President, around the world has changed decidedly and behind the cause of Palestine. And in the last few days, Barclays Bank has divested billions of pounds from the Israeli arms manufacturer Elbit Systems. And Intel has halted a $25 billion investment in Israel. But this is not enough to bring to a halt or even reduce the numbers of people who are being killed daily in North Gaza and in the West Bank. They are being murdered, Mr. President, daily through a combination of starvation, denial of medical care, denial of any way to shelter, denial of aid, denial of polio jabs for their children, denial of any support system by medical staff, ambulance crews, all designed to make them submit to the state of Israel. Schools and hospitals and mosques destroyed in an attempt to take away hope. Mr. President, as winter approaches, many will die due to the cold and lack of shelter, food or warmth, warm clothing or blankets. Even tents have been bombed. and people burnt alive with them. Mr. President, I am a grandfather, and when I see children playing without a care or worry, as children should, I weep for the children of Palestine. I want the same happiness and freedom for them as I want for my grandchild. I want the same safety and security for them also. Mr. President, the heads of the Muslim states seem to have turned their back on the people of Palestine. And so far, only you have taken whatever physical action you could. But I have to ask you, Mr. President, can we simply watch and wait until the entire population of North Gaza is wiped out? It is the hope of the Zionist state that winter will kill off many and do their evil deed for them. I have seen today evidence of privately contracted bulldozers sent in to clear the rubble in Gaza. This means they cannot even wait until they have completed the extermination of the Palestinians before they plan to start building. Is this also an act of defense? Or is it an act of defiance against humanity? What more should Israel be allowed to do? Kill off all the people in North Gaza and build settlements? So I want to ask you, Mr. President, what steps can you take against the genocidal state? Perhaps break relations with Israel and close their embassy? Or turn off the flow of oil to Israel? What other options do you have, Mr. President? This is my question. With the death toll at around 44,000 now, and thousands under the rubble, with bodies lying unburied in the streets of North Gaza. Streets, what streets? Everything has been flattened. And with over 100,000 injured, many of whom may die in North Gaza due to lack of medical care and shelter. Also, men in the north of Gaza and also now in the West Bank are being bundled together, tied, loaded onto lorries and taken away for execution. Those numbers will not be accounted for. Mr. President, I have to tell you, I have seen videos of elderly Gazan grandmothers who screamed at the camera and asked the question, Erdogan said he loves us. Where is he now? I have to repeat that question on their behalf to you. Mr. President, we as individuals who went on marches and demonstrations will be forgotten. But you, sir, are a long-standing president of the state of Turkey, and the world will remember you. The world will remember you by what you did or what you didn't do for Palestine. I implore you to take action and stop this annihilation from being completed. I hope you will receive this message, and I hope you will give it some thought and take some action. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.